Okay, Dr. Chetana Kripalu is going to describe two specific techniques from Heart Math, and these are to be utilized by the meditation group members as well as people participating in her study.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. It's exciting that we have these techniques which are so scientifically proven to help. The whole heart math techniques, which I've actually discussed in the course, in the classes, they're just amazing. The best part about that is it's how you manage your energies. So that's the whole idea about these techniques. It's called intelligent energy management of stress, and it's like emotional regulation. So those are the two things which come to my mind, and that's what they talk about. What it does, to our, our body, our emotions, and everything. So the two techniques, and it's very basic, and the beauty of this is it's very easy to do. And over time, you really don't, you can use it as a meditation technique, or you can use it as a technique during the day. Ideally, both, because it's so simple, and it's really easy to do, and it has a lot of benefits. So the first one is, I'm going to elaborate only two techniques because we covered these two techniques in the classes. So first is called heart focus technique, or heart focused breathing technique. So what is the clinical application for that is it saves energy, like I said, energy management, and then it reduces the intensity of depleting emotions, and then it shifts the attention from the mind to the heart space, and that brings about balance. So that's the idea about doing this technique. So how do you do it? So it's very simple, like I said. So first you focus your attention in the area of the heart. Imagine your breath is flowing in and out of the heart or the chest area, breathing a little slower and deeper than usual. So essentially, shift your attention from your mind to the heart space. You can either put your hand at the heart space just to bring about that focus in the beginning, especially with the wandering mind. And take a deep breath. When you take an inhale, you're inhaling into the heart space, remember? And then exhale from the heart space. So deep inhale. Breathe out. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale. You can exhale through the mouth or the nostrils, it doesn't matter. But inhale through the nostrils. Take a deep breath into the heart space. Breathe out. So do it for at least 3 to 5 minutes. Ideally, the meditation in the morning could be 5 minutes or more. And during the day, that's critical. I know people don't have time, so it's good to put reminders or alerts on your iPhone or smartphone. There's a meditation app called Meditation Bell, and it's really very, very calming. When you hear the bell, it's almost like a singing bowl, the Tibetan singing bowl, when you kind of just ring the bell, and it's very calming. So you can use that bell, and it's your reminder. Nobody needs to really know what the reminder is for, but when it goes off, it's a reminder for you to just go into that coherence mode, which is the alignment, which is the attunement between the heart and the mind and the rest of the body. You're kind of getting your rhythm and your, in balance. So that's the whole idea. So that's the heart focus technique. Now, there's a few tips. It can be useful in acute situations also. What does it do? It turns down the volume of the emotional intensity of the situation and neutralizes the stress. So let's say somebody's setting in for an or in arguing with you, or start saying things when they are frustrated, they are angry. Your first response is to react to it and yell back, or talk back, or go into a freeze mode. It could be depending on the person. So at that time, when you start doing this technique, all you do is deep inhale and then exhale through your heart space. It reduces the intensity of the situation. Even though the other person's yelling, you don't have to react to anything. You just take that few minutes to just calm down, because your body is not going through that increased heart rate and almost like a panic episode. So that's the whole idea about this. But before you use it in acute situations like that or stressful situation, you really want to use it like during the day, like I was mentioning with the alerts and app, because you are training your body to go into that rhythm, and the body needs to learn. And it's a habit, just like any other habit developed. It should be so automatic as you do more and more of it, that it becomes an unconscious or the subconscious response automatically. So when at that time, when you do it in acute phases or stressful situations, the body automatically knows what to do. But if you don't do it on a regular basis and try to use it in the acute situation, it would still work, but your mind, you're so stressed in that point that you are not going to remember to do the technique. You're not going to remember that you have a tool in your belt that you can actually use. So that is why you have to be so diligent in doing these techniques on a regular basis through the day with the alerts and everything, that your body becomes eventually the mind, which is the subconscious response. To give you an example, it's like you're brushing your teeth, waking up in the morning, the routines which you do automatically without thinking about it. So those have become your habits, and that's why to develop a habit, you need to do this again and again and again. So that's the whole idea about the heart focus. Now, the other technique, it's called quick coherence, and it kind of builds on the heart focus. So again, the clinical application for this, it's like we said before, it builds coherence and composure. So it's a little more long lasting or more sustaining. That's why we talk about building coherence at this. Again, of course, we talked about energy management. So it stops the energy drains and increases energy conservation. So you actually feel that you won't feel depleted. So that's the idea. And then it increases resilience. That means how quickly you can recover or adapt, recover from a situation or adapt to a situation without falling apart like we normally do. So that's the application. Now, how do we do it? The first two steps is the same. So you shift your focus to your heart space. Again, you take a deep breath, inhale into your heart space, exhale. Now, there is one more step in between. What you do is now you're activating a new or a positive renewing feeling. And what does that mean? Meaning that you would want to remember a situation or a circumstance or any event that occurred in your life for which you're really appreciative about or grateful for, the gratitude of, and which made you feel like, oh my God, everything is wonderful, it's amazing, I'm just amazing, and the whole world is amazing. So when you have this, and it can vary every time, it doesn't have to be that one thing, but you just remember that what happens is the gratitude feeling when you're doing this heart focus, it expands your heart more, it expands your heart center more, and that increases your vibration. And they have measured this electromagnetic frequency of this heart, it's 5-fold when you do this feeling. And so what does that do in which is in addition to the heart focus technique, is it's more sustaining. So you'll see that when you have these alerts which you put in, when you do this quick coherence, when you do it from one to the other, you're already in a coherent state, and then you're doing on top of it, so it builds more. So the sustaining capacity is much more than just doing heart focus. This is, you can do it once you kind of build a habit of doing the heart focus, because the heart focus is easy and quick. And if you have a little time, you can always add on this quick coherence. But there's a lot of studies on HeartMath website, which is www.heartmath.org, where you can find scientific background about what it actually does. There is mapping that they do with heart rate variability, where they can tell you how it how it works, how it changes, and also they can tell you, like when you're frustrated and angry, what happens to this heart rate variability. Even though you've had an argument in the morning, it's the heart rate variability, which is poor, lasts for a whole day. We think then the argument is over, everything's gone. No, the body goes through these changes, and that's what leads to high blood pressure and other problems with the heart and things like that. So, but when you do these techniques, they've seen that it actually goes down, and it goes down into this parasympathetic mode. We've talked about in other talks how it really helps bring it down and doesn't stay in the stressful mode. So that's how it helps. And so the foundational technique for most clients to use this is, of course, every day, and 24 hours a day, or on demand, just like the heart focus, essentially.
Okay, good. All right, thank you very much.